Okay, I wanted to share a little bit of my progress here on iDIG. Um, iDIG is a multi-purpose tool for discovery and matching. I'm applying this on the consultancy that I've set up, which is HiringSignals.ai. I'm looking at using iDIG and what I've created to be able to provide these discovery tools for both candidates looking for jobs as well as hiring managers looking for candidates. So I'm always managing multiple projects and different types. You can see here, these are the different types of projects that I'm managing. And I've got one here because I'm looking for recruiting work while I'm building my consultancy. I need to work, so I'm looking for contract recruiting. I've had this for a while, and I think I just had some success. And the way that this works, first of all, with the API. So I use a SerpAPI for jobs coming in off of the web. I created a cron job where now I'm having the jobs load in automatically on a scheduled time. I had been fetching them manually, but now across the platform, for instance, I have a sam.gov API for a consultancy for government projects that I'm working on as well. So I figured out how to bring the feeds in automatically. So then it brings them into iDIG. And just for my purposes here on the contract recruiting, what I've done is I'm able to pre-filter the API for SERP through settings here. And this just basically digs into the feed of what's coming in for the potential jobs as a kind of a pre-filter based on some of the initial criteria I want to screen out because I don't want to look at jobs that are not really a good fit. Then it brings it in. And so you'll see here, and one thing I just noticed today, that's why I wanted to recruit it. It's like, wow, these actually are pretty good fit. But that's the first layer is the pre-screen for the API coming in. Then I apply the iDIG, I call it kind of the iDIG brain, the math, these Hilbert spaces that I've been experimenting with. That comes into the, and how you condition that is I have a survey built, which I call the project context survey. I'd found this had been a little bit limiting on my experiments, so I decided to go ahead and have ChatGPT take what I'm really interested in and create a JSON. So that's what I do here. I paste in a JSON and then it extracts these signals, which are attract signals and repel signals of things I'm interested in and things I'm not interested in. Kind of like a Boolean search and a negative search, but a negative operators. But the difference with the way the iDIG works is that it's mapping out these signals in kind of a geometric pattern, not just a Boolean two-dimensional piece. And it's something I'm experimenting with. I actually been talking to a professor in Ohio State University that I showed him my tool, and we're going to schedule a call because his writings on quantum social sciences and Hilbert space is what inspired me to try to build an algorithm around this. So anyhow, this is what this is looking at. And what it is, it conditions what I'm looking for and what I'm not looking for. And then it brings it into this, the attractor. Now, whatever project I have chosen, I'm on my project of me, Paul Duplantis, looking for a job. And it brings these back. And what I wanted to record this, I mean, it's not perfect at all, but it's getting there. There's some interesting information that's starting to evolve here that I'm just really kind of interested in it. You know, these cards are basically, it takes the math that I've created off of the JSON and the filtering of the feeds, and it shows the jobs that it believes would be really very relevant to my project context survey. That context survey is talking about what I'm really interested in kind of a narrative level, and then it extracts the signals from that narrative. So, and it ranks it, and then you can actually zoom in. I call it kind of a fractal zoom, where you zoom in and zoom out. So if you have just 4 cards here, or you zoom out. Now, what it's done here is it's applied these signals, and it has then rendered the cards, and there's 2 things. It actually ranks it, and then it enriches the summary. So I'm using a Mistral AI. It's a French company. It has the least expensive tokens that I'm finding. And the Mistral call enriches these summaries. Now, what I'm going to go in here and tune this because it's not really, there's not enough of a narrative to really spark my interest of how these individual jobs really relate. But I'm in a starting point because now what I'm going to go in now is with Claude code in my VS IDE, VS Code IDE. I'm going to go in there and talk to it about really tuning for this particular project how the enrichment works. So if I have a project for SAM.gov for a consultancy for federal contracts, I will go in and for that project tune the enrichment. And the idea is these cards, what's coming in from the feeds will speak to me as opposed to me doing a Google search or a query, a standard two-dimensional query. It's pulling in enriched data, inferred data from what Mistral finds in the initial call of signals. And so anyhow, and I also have something that I'm actually able to do this with resumes, and I'm going to start doing that again for HiringSignals.ai to show clients how you can use this to find resumes as well. And again, these are just experiments, but it will kind of, you can kind of see how things are laid out. I'm not going to give a ton of details on this. A lot of it's overkill, but what this does is it lays out kind of the social, semantic, and experiential signals to help me understand how to tune the algorithm and how to tune the enrichment. So it's interesting, and I just wanted to kind of give an update. Ultimately, what does this tool do? It allowed people who are looking for jobs to be able to tune what they're really looking for and dig in deep of who they are and what they want to look for, and then tune that with the feeds that are coming in from SerpAPI. And I'm looking for other feeds. I can actually crawl RSS feeds, and I can import spreadsheet data and paste data. So it's initial. I mean, it's in the early stages here, although I've been building this for 2 years. But it's actually something that's starting to become an actual tool here. So I just wanted to give an update on this and how this will apply to HiringSignals.ai and my overall work and lab with iDIG. So just wanted to give you an update.